Hi, I'm Alan Taylor. Welcome back to Monday Money in a Minute. Had a few clients ask me in the recent weeks about buying a property at auction, so this time I thought we'd cover off a few things to watch out for. First thing, and probably the most important thing to remember, is that at the fall of the hammer you bought the property. So usually your auction contracts are not subject to finance. They're also not subject to building inspections or pest inspections. So it's important that you've had those inspections done, if you're going to get them done, prior to the auction, because there's no opportunity after you've signed the contract to be able to get those things done. Well, that's not strictly true. You can actually get them done, but they're not going to have an impact on the price that you paid because you've bought it at auction. So important that if you're going to go to auction, get your building inspections done prior to the auction, get your pest inspections done prior to the auction, so that you know what the property's condition is like before you're going to bid on it. Also, valuation reports, you can get those done again prior to the auction, so you know what the property's worth, and more importantly what your lender thinks the property's worth. And that way you also know how much to bid to, so you don't overbuy on the property. So important to have. A few clients have asked me, do I need to spend the money on those things before the auction? What if I'm not successful at the auction? And I guess my advice in that respect is then reconsider maybe whether or not you're going to buy the property at auction, because it is important that you have those things done before the auction. The other one, and probably more importantly, is around your finance. So again, at the fall of the hammer, you bought the property and it's not subject to finance, so you need to know and have some comfort that your loan's been approved. So really important here to get a pre-approval done before you go to the auction. A proper pre-approval will have all your information, including your assets, liabilities, income and expenditure. And it'll be basically a normal loan application, but without the details of the property address. That way then the bank can look at you and they'll also credit score you and check your credit rating, so they make sure that you're credit worthy, and get as much of that done with your lender as you can before you go to the auction, so that you know the only issue that's outstanding is the acceptability of the property. And then if you've done your building and pest and your valuation reports prior to the auction, then you know that that acceptability is not necessarily going to be a problem, so that should tick all the boxes. So the last bit to remember is deposits. So a lot of times at auction you'll be required to pay a substantial deposit on the day at the fall of the hammer, or within 24 hours. So if you don't have the cash to be able to do that, then you need to be able to look at other avenues like deposit guarantees or deposit bonds. I won't go into that in this video because that's a whole session all in itself, but suffice to say that you either need the cash to be able to pay your deposit on the day, or you need have another arrangement to be able to meet the deposit conditions in the contract. So in a nutshell, going to auction, important to do your inspections and valuations before the auction, not only for your own peace of mind but also to know how much to bid to. It's really important to make sure you've got your loan approved, pre-approved prior to the auction, so you know how much you're good for, and also your deposits and that kind of thing arranged as well. So a lot of things to watch out for with auction. You shouldn't be scared of them, but you do need to get your stuff done before you go to the auction, so that you're not caught with any nasty surprises and having bought the property and find out that you can't get the loan for it. We offer a free service to be able to do your pre-approvals for you if you'd like us to do that. There's some forms to fill in, some details to send us through. We'll handle those in our normal way that we do as far as your privacy, and you can read our privacy stuff on the website. So you can get our information from our website, or email me directly at alan.taylor@aussie.com.au, and we can help you with your pre-approval if you're considering going to auction. Hope that helps. We'll talk to you next week.